We've made it to the divisional round. Let's preview this game. Our Rams will be traveling to the Windy City to take on the Cardiac Bears this Sunday night. And well, the only things that I've seen from Bears fans and the Chicago media all week are about the freezing weather and Matthew Stafford and the Rams' history in those types of games. That's it. Nothing else. They have not talked about anything else related to this game except for that. And I've seen conflicting numbers and results all throughout social media on Matthew Stafford and the Rams' recent history in cold weather games. You can see some of the examples up here. And yes, we all know that it is going to be freezing and windy on Sunday. That's all we've heard about all week. But I always say that cold and bad weather games are the great equalizer. The reality is both teams have to play in these conditions. Both teams will suffer in these conditions. Both teams will have limitations in these conditions. And yes, the Bears practice and play way more often in these types of conditions than our Rams do from sunny Southern California. But everything that I just mentioned goes completely out the window come kickoff. Put the football down and play. It'll come down to which team can execute better in the moment. Put it this way, if we were to lose this game on Sunday, it would not be because of the horrible weather conditions. No, it would most likely be because of our weak secondary and awful special teams, because those are the two areas of our team that have held us back the most this season. Anyway, let's move past the weather because there's a lot more to talk about. In terms of health for both of these teams, well, the Bears suffered 2 season-ending injuries in the wild card win against the Green Bay Packers, those being linebacker TJ Edwards and tackle Ozzie Trapillo. 2 pretty significant losses for Chicago heading into this game. Otherwise, the rest of the team looks good to go. On the Rams side of things, well, we are getting healthier. Starting with Kevin Dotson. As we all know, he hurt his ankle early in the Week 16 loss against the Seattle Seahawks and has been out ever since. Well, he is good to go for this Sunday. And that is huge for us. Obviously, Justin Dedich did a solid job filling in for him, but Kevin Dotson is a massive upgrade and will open up this offense for us significantly, especially in the running game. Welcome back, K-Dot. Safety Josh Wallace and tight end Terrence Ferguson are also good to go for this game after missing last week's wild card win against the Panthers. That is big for us. Josh Wallace provides more depth in our weak secondary, and Terrence Ferguson adds another layer to our offensive game plan, particularly in 13 personnel. Both of these teams are very similar to one another. Yes, there are different schemes and style of play, but here are what these teams have in common. Both these teams have young, energetic, smart, and very wizard-like head coaches with an offensive mindset who are crazy, and I mean that in the absolute best way. Our Rams have the MVP favorite in Matthew Stafford, and the Bears have a rising, young, top 5 level quarterback in Caleb Williams, the Iceman. Both of these teams have elite, high-powered offenses who are amazing at leading game-winning drives at or around the 2-minute warning. And both of these teams have very up-and-down, inconsistent defenses. However, the Bears are the best in the league in forcing turnovers. As you can see above, the Bears are at the top or near the top in all of these turnover categories in the 2025 season. Which brings me to our Rams' keys to victory, starting with ball security. I know it's going to be freezing and the conditions are going to be rough, but we cannot turn over the ball because the Bears are 9-0 this season when having 2 or more turnovers in a game. 9-0. So hold on to the ball, please. If we can limit the turnovers, we will be in great shape. On the defensive side of the ball, we need to force turnovers and our secondary needs to step up. That's obvious. This Bears offense scores a lot and scores quickly. So if our defense can find a way to slow down that Chicago offense a little bit, well, then we will also be in great shape. And Sean McVay, if you see this, please take the field goal points when you can get them. Last week against Carolina, right before halftime, we decided to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, and allowed the Panthers to cut into the deficit right before halftime. I believe it was about a 10 10-point swing there. If we would have kicked the field goal, we wouldn't have had to sweat it out as much at the end. We ended up winning that game, so all is good. But let this be a reminder against a team like the Bears, who is capable of putting up a lot of points. Please kick the field goals when you get the opportunity. I believe that even in freezing temperatures and conditions, that this game will be a shootout. Both teams will trade scores back and forth, similar to how the Bears 49ers game went in week 17, where one team scores a touchdown, the next team scores a touchdown in the very next possession. One team scores a field goal, the next team scores a field goal in the very next possession. And what it will come down to is which defense can get that one extra stop late. I really think it'll be that close. So our Rams need to limit the mistakes, stay locked in, dominate on offense, and do just enough on defense and special teams to get the victory. It's going to be a highly competitive and close game. We'll see how it all goes down. Let me know your thoughts on all this. And as always, go Rams.